Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Last we left off, horrible wording on a puzzle. One of the few really poorly worded puzzles this game has. Oh well. Anyway, onward. Puzzle word. Something. This metal shutter is barring our way. I'm starting to get the feeling we're not welcome here. Naturally, Flora, that's how criminals work. The dirtier the deed, the more cautious they get. See? They've even gone out of their way to fit a puzzle lock under the shutter. Once again, nobody uses keys. 113, one step at a time. Worth 30 points. Make your way from the green square to the red square one step at a time. What's the catch? Well, you can only move to numbers that differ by 1 from your current number. If you reach the goal following this rule, the door will open. Each number you touch will light up. Make sure all the numbers on your path are lit up before submitting your answer. Well, let's see here. We'll have to go with the, blindly obvious here. And there's 2 there, but it kinda dissolves. 3, 4, 6, 7, 6, 5. No. 4. Okay, we can go there or there. We can go there, which leads us absolutely nowhere. That way takes us further up and over, and not quite. No, we'd go up, and that way's not gonna work. So we kind of need to go down. 4, 2, 3, 4. Hey, there we go. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Dun, 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 dun. Bingo.
Here's my answer. I knew it!
Found the correct path. And the shutter moves. Haha, that lock didn't stand a chance against me. Stupid lock. I hope you didn't enjoy busting open that lock too much, Luke. It could lead you to a life of crime. Sure. If you say so, Flora. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way. Come on, just go. What are you doing down here? Shh. Not so loud, sir. We've come to rescue you. I don't know what you mean. There's no need to play dumb, my friend. We know the whole story. You were captured by the family, or rather, by Dimitri Allen, and now you're being forced to work on his research here, correct? Dimitri Allen? You know his name. But who are you exactly? I am the real Professor Layton. Dimitri has been using my good name for his own evil purposes. Oh, of course. I remember hearing that you worked in archaeology. Yeah, it all makes sense now. Boy, you can't imagine how shocked I was to learn that Professor Layton was actually Dimitri. Are any of the other scientists here aware of Dimitri's true identity? Some, yes, but I don't dare talk about it with people here. Imagine what the family would do to me if they caught me spreading that kind of information around. I see. Well, is Dimitri here in the facility with you? Sometimes. He comes and goes. Ha! Quick, hide! We got guards headed this way. And of course, before we deal with the guards here, someone's stockpiling weaponry. That's a missile. That's a tank. Oh, where is it? There's one right there. Finally. And there's 2. There's 3. Oh well, time to deal with these 2 fakes. This place is like a meat locker. I don't see why we have to stand guard down here anyhow. Most we're ever going to find is a rat. Remember how we dropped the ball on guard duty back at the pagoda? That's why. This is our punishment, and I say we get off easy. If Bostro hears you harping on this gig, he'll knock your block off. I wish I'd stayed in school. Nothing good ever comes from this line of work. Can it, you lunk? We got 10 hours till our shift ends, so let's just ride this out and then go home. If you really want to make the time go faster, quit the complaining and tell me a joke or something. Psst, did you hear that? I did. Those two are going to stand guard there for the next 10 hours. I'm heading back. The guards know me. If I walk out by on my own, they won't stop me. Wait just one moment. I think we might be able to get those fellows to overlook us as well. But how? It's not my usual style of problem solving, but you know what they say about desperate times. Puzzle number 114. Roped in. Worth 60 points. Those goons are standing right below that wooden crate. All you need to do is cut the rope, but it's all messed up. Rearrange the tiles so that the rope connects from looped scissors to the crate above the goons. Keep in mind that you need to use all the tiles. Now hurry! So let's see. Not exactly a typical slider puzzle, but we can't rotate these, so that makes it somewhat easier. If I'm not mistaken, we need that. As that is, yeah, that's the only one. Yeah, that is the only one with a straight line that actually leads over there. Now it gets a little more difficult. Let's see. I think we wanted that one there. And to find another one that goes straight down twice, don't I? This one? No, not that one. No. Yeah, there we go. That's what I need. Okay. That fits there just fine. You can go there. No. Okay, that'll actually work. Okay. Alright, we've got a somewhat decent rope going there. How about you? Click.
Let's see if I've got this right. Just as I suspected.
Now cut that rope. And instead of a monster getting candy, big lunks get a crate coming down on their heads. Whoa, I bet those two didn't see that coming. They'll be out cold for a while. Yes, I don't condone violence, but at least now we can pass safely. Before we move on, please hear me out. We came here to prevent Dimitri from completing his time machine. We also wish to liberate all the scientists that Dimitri is holding captive. I'm listening. I'm hoping we can speak directly with the man and end this whole mess. Do you know where Dimitri might be right now? Well, if he's here, He'll most likely be in the central research room. I can show you the way. Wonderful. But before we go, allow me one more question. Very well. These materials lying around down here, they aren't for building a time machine, are they? No, they aren't. What exactly are you working on here? My specialty is polydimensional physics, and I work on the time machine. The materials lying around here belong to a separate research group within the facility. And this group also works under Dimitri's supervision? Who knows? That group tinkers with some pretty dangerous stuff. It's not really in line with Dimitri's interests, though. Okay, let's see. We're done in here for now. There's one. There's two. There's three. And we need to talk to you. What's the meaning of this, Horace? Who are these people? This is the real Professor Layton, Cuthbert. The real Professor Layton? What does that even mean? Look, I'll explain it all later, but we don't really have time to go into it right now. All you need to know is for now is that these people have come to help get us out of here for good. You do want to go back to our own time in the past, don't you? Home? I'd do anything to go back. How can I help, Professor? I have to find Dimitri, the man who's been using my name. I hear he's in the central research room. Where is that? You're close. It's just a ways down this corridor. Wow. I still can't believe you're the real Professor Layton. Imagine that! As I recall, you were rather surprised to see me last time we met as well. Ah, yes. You'll have to excuse me. I had no way of knowing who I was talking with. Anyhow, there'll be time for chat later. You should get a move on before you're spotted. Bostro and his goons came through here saying that there were intruders in the building. You don't have much time. What? But how did he manage to spot us so quickly? I should have known. We probably tripped an infrared sensor at some point. No sense in standing around, Layton. Let's go. Indeed. We're done in here for now. And Thars points out another hint coin for us. It works for me. Let's see. Ooh, that looks like a camera. Goody, goody. And over here, yes. And no, we can't go anywhere. Can't even check out that door. Or that door. No. But we can get a puzzle. This door appears to lead to the central research room. I sure hope Dimitri is in there. As do I. You heard him talk to us before, Luke. He can still be reasoned with. I'm sure of it. Well, our first challenge is to get this door open. It's got some strange lock on it. Another puzzle, no doubt. Dimitri wishes to test the intelligence of all those who enter his lab. Number 115, hidden in plain sight, worth 50 points. The orange plush sign shown in the top left corner below is hidden somewhere in the green grid. It's the exact same size and shape. Can you find it? So we get to draw lines around it with our stylus, etc., etc., etc. And this one can really hurt your head to look at because it's actually fairly well hidden. It doesn't follow very many natural lines or contours you find around here, except for it'll actually border on a couple of these little cross lines here. So let's see if it'll let me do this. And yeah.
That should do the trick.
Easy enough.
Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
There we are. The door's lock seems to have disengaged. Hold it right there. Not.
Aha! So this is where you sneaky sneaks have been hiding. There'll be no getting away this time.
Oh,
Oh no, we're trapped.
Quickly, follow me.
huh?
Through here, everyone. Whew, that was way too close. My heart's still racing.
Who are you? My eyes must be playing tricks on me.
You're Professor Layton, are you not?
Claire? Is it you?
No. I'm Celeste, her younger sister. I've been trying to uncover what really happened to Claire. I know she was quite fond of you, Professor.
So the mystery woman is solved. The enigmatic woman is none other than Claire's younger sister, Celeste. She has come to future London to learn the circumstances of her sister's death, and is following Professor Layton with the belief that he will uncover the truth. And yeah, I know this is going long, but we're almost at the end of the chapter, so bear with me. You're Claire's younger sister? It's uncanny how much you look like her. We've crossed paths several times in the city, haven't we? Strange. Claire never mentioned having a sister. It's my biggest regret that we spent the last years of our life estranged from each other. Forgive me for not getting in touch with you earlier, Professor. I wanted to, but I was afraid it might bring unwanted attention from the family on both of us. For our own safety, I decided it was best to avoid contact with you at the time. I see. You must have cared dearly for your sister to come to a place like this in search of the truth. Well, to be honest, I haven't been running my own investigation so much as the professor's. But why? Your reputation. They say the great Professor Layton can solve any puzzle, right? I figured if anyone could get to the bottom of what happened that day, it would be you. Celeste, on the day of the explosion, No time to talk. Oh no, the family will be here in a second! We gotta run! Now's my time to shine. No one makes a grand escape like Don Paolo. Our group's too large to move quickly. We need to split up. I couldn't agree more. Celeste, I shall show you to safety myself. Layton, handle the children. Celeste, wait! There's still so much we need to discuss. Aha! Found ya! Professor, this town has kept a secret from you so large it defies the imagination.
The answer to everything lies in the old father's embrace. It is there we will meet next.
So, let's see here. We don't need to talk to Bostro there. We need to escape him. We need to leave this facility immediately. Indeed. And let's do that, shall we? Whew, I can't believe the three of us made it out there in one piece. It was 2 moves, dude. 2 moves. Well, don't let your guard down, Luke. We're not out of the woods yet. I can't stop thinking about the last thing Celeste said to us.
The answer to everything lies in the old father's embrace. It is there we will meet next.
You know how it just happened like 2 seconds ago.
Celeste was clearly trying to give us a hint as to our next rendezvous point.
Oh, of course. She used a code to hide our meeting place from the family. But what could that code possibly mean?
Think of it as a puzzle, Luke. Though I suspect the answer to this puzzle will be much more than our next meeting place. I'd wager that it's also the family's secret headquarters, and where Dimitri's been hiding.
If that's the case, it's even more important that we find out where this place is.
Luke, do you remember seeing a flyer for a restaurant named the Thames Arms on the way here? That's where Celeste will be waiting for us.
At the Thames Arms? But how did you work that out?
Well, Luke, have you ever heard of Old Father Thames? Rivers are often personified in folklore and literature, and the River Thames is no exception. When Celeste said that the answer lies in the Old Father's embrace, the father she was talking about was Old Father Thames.
Oh, I get it. And an embrace happens in someone's arms. In this case, the arms of the Thames.
Yeah, with that puzzle solved. Puzzle? Well, I've been thinking, Professor. About what, Luke? About how you, Dimitri, and Don Paolo all have a personal tie to poor Claire. And all of you seem to question the circumstances surrounding her death. Celeste as well. Why do I get the feeling that many of the mysteries here lead back to that explosion? Dot, dot, dot. The explosion that killed Claire didn't just level the lab she worked in. By the time I caught word of the accident and ran to the site, the whole place was in flames. An apartment building next to the lab had also been destroyed by the blast. The entire area was devastated. Looking upon that scene, I knew that Claire was lost to me forever. And I wasn't the only one who lost something that day. Many others were wounded or lost loved ones. To this day, I still remember a child I met wandering the streets, wailing for his lost parents. For some time after the incident, I was in a state of shocked grief. But when I came back to my senses, I noticed something curious. Despite the scale of the damage, there was no follow-up coverage in the media. Not one word on the incident was printed or broadcast following the initial report. I knew the only way I'd get answers about what happened that day was to run my own investigation. I immediately set work researching Claire's lab and the scientists she had worked with. During my investigation, I learned that powerful political forces had suppressed reports on the blast. It was right after this discovery that I was viciously assaulted. My injuries were so severe, I was unconscious for a month. I was lucky to be alive. I returned home to find my flat torn apart. The majority of information I'd gathered on the case had been stolen. That explosion was no ordinary accident. Someone with incredible political clout was involved, and this person abused his or her power to keep any facts about the event from ever coming to light. I tried to dig back into the case several times, but it was of no use. Each time I tried to make headway, I was met with resistance and threats of violence. Claire is lost to me forever, I know that, but I must know the truth of what happened that day. It's a feeling I'm sure Don Paolo and Celeste share as well. So you think Dimitri knows the truth? Dimitri and perhaps one other person. Who else do you mean, Professor? Everything will be made clear at the Thames Arms. Let's go. Oh, let's see here. I am lost. Eek! Flora, are you okay? Come in, comrades. It wasn't my intention to scare the young Fräulein. Pavel! What are you doing down here? I was exploring the area and somehow wound up here, lost. Très lost. Doing some tunnel exploration like you were talking about before, I take it? Da! Earlier in my quest to find the tunnels, I mistakenly wandered onto some subway tracks. That little viaje put me in great peril, but danger is in part and parcel of exploring el mundo, non? I suppose you could say that. Naturalmente, most of my travel woes could have been avoided if my compass hadn't gone kaput. Though I think this map might be able to show me which way to go. A little help, kudasai? Number 116, which way is up? Worth 50 points. Below is a chart with the cardinal direction written in each square. The top of the chart, however, isn't necessarily north. When looking at the chart from the proper orientation, you can start at a certain square, and moving in the direction written in each square, pass over to all the squares in the chart. So, which side, A, B, C, or D, is north? Well, let's see. I could blunder around here and just go up and forth, but I know which one the right answer is, because I remember doing this many, many times. And the answer is, because this video has gone on long enough, answer is C.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
Yes. Correct. Side C is north. If you set C is north and start in the center, you can follow all the directions and pass over all the squares. Oh, domo gracias, Monsieur Sun. Thanks to you, I can now continue my travels. Do be careful out there. Oh, now let's get out of here. Now that we're topside again, I think it's finally safe to say we've given the family the slip. Things got rather chaotic back there, Flora. Are you feeling alright? Not too shaken? Just fine, Professor, but I'm very glad I had you both with me. Professor, the Tim's Arms is just a little way up the road here. Let's go meet up with Celeste. And as promised, we have now hit the end of Chapter 11. And thus the start of Chapter 12, the one that's going to reveal all the truth. Or so we might think. So until then, which then meaning next time, where we will begin Chapter 12, I'll see everyone later. Take care, folks. Bye.